Oi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another VT here by me, Stevie at TA Gaming. Right, next race we're doing this evening. Now it's half past 11. We're going to be doing a level Débutant 2, so the second one in the training series, made by MTX. A little bit tougher this one, a little bit tougher. I've just found out as well there's a third one which I've never tried. So we're going to do them in order, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to start on these XA stuff and we'll just work that into the list as and when it comes along. So yeah, this one's got a rating of 41%. As I say, it's by MTX official. So yeah, we're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna turn customs off. I don't want customs, so I'll get rid of that. We're gonna play. So yeah, I'm ready for this. I hope you're ready for this. I'm ready for this. I know it's challenging, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have it. We can do this. We can do this. I'll see you on the track in 3 seconds. Oh no, upside down. What's that crack about? I don't know. Right, it's been a while since I've done this one. I know I say that a lot, but it really has. So this one's a good one. It has, on this training race, right, I'm going to point this out, it has your normal checkpoint and your cheating checkpoint. So you can either cheat the checkpoint and fly by it by taking the bike, which is a flying bike. I can't remember what its name is, or you can hit the real checkpoint and then go that way. Basically, this checkpoint takes you to a checkpoint and then back by doing the same thing. So this one will be a nice mesh flip. So that's it. You do a mesh flip and then you get a checkpoint and you go back on yourself. If you had the cycle, the air cycle, you'd have just flown across to this checkpoint and then fly back. There's only one stage on this where I think a lot of people would choose the cycle, and that is what's it called? It's the skinny flips. Doing 2 skinny flips back to back. So yeah, so we've done this one. Now, because everything's just built off, you just drive to where the next checkpoint is, and then be careful because it'll give you a double one after this. So you can either have that or this. So this one's just a flat wall, so we're just going to go for the flat wall. And it's just a way of just giving you that little bit of edge. Oh, have I done it? Of course I've done it. It's a flat wall, everyone. It's a flat wall. So then all you've got to do is turn around and go back, and I think there's 4 or 5 checkpoints on each level, and then you go up into the next level, which is in the sky. You see how it's got platforms above? Oh, I was too low. I knew I was too low. So I'm going to be looking right cool here doing these easy traded levels. But they're not actually that easy, to be fair. I mean, if you know, you know what I mean. Look at that, that's taking me down so fast. So fast. I had a lower line on the last one and it didn't take me down that fast. You can see my skid marks. So we're gonna go for a little bit higher. There we go. It's a proper flat wall, that one. So then we'll just head to wherever the next checkpoint is and then slow down because it's going to give us 2. There is a section on here where he's got these checkpoints in the wrong order, so you think you're going to go through the level checkpoint and you end up going through the bike checkpoint, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's because after way up, because of after all his attempts, he's just put them down in the wrong spot. So you notice how the normal checkpoint's on the right, the cycle's on the left. You can see the skinny checkpoint, it's up there on the next level. Look at that, there's a skinny flip. However, the one thing to work out and the one thing to realise, if you decide to cheat the checkpoint, if you decide that, you know, you're not going to do the checkpoint, you'll fly across, do this checkpoint, and when you fly back there'll be the next checkpoint will have a car next to it to transfer you back to an exit. You can't do half of it, get stuck, and then work out that you should have taken the cycle. So you have to, if you stick to your guns, you have to stick to your guns. So this one here is a nice, you see what he's done there? Now we're going to fall off because of where he's put it. and that was still on the right side. It was just so far over. So this is just the spiral jump to the next thing. I don't think there's anything to do on here. I think this is literally just to take you to the next level, which it is. There you go. So let's have a look at what we've got this time. You kind of get the gist of how this is working out. Oh, so this is the one I would normally skip. It's the underflip. See how simple that was? Because I took my time. So obviously it's an underflip on the way down, but you can't underflip it on the way back. So you just do a normal mesh flip on the way back. Oh. Catch it, Steve, catch it. So it's really well built. You know, it's like literally 4 brands off and then you go to the next level. So what's this next one? The skinny flip. So we're doing it. Of course we're doing it. Once upon a time I used to skip this one all the time. I used to go for the bike and just say, sorry, we'll just have a bike. And I'll just fly across and fly back. But I've had a bit more practice now. I'm not saying I'm great at them, but ah, fell off. But you do work out after a while how to do them, kind of. But the good news is if you fail it a few times, you can grab the bike, go and cheat the checkpoint, because every time you respawn, the next checkpoint is either the bike or the starter piece. So oh, I've messed it up again. So yeah, there's no hurry with these. As I say, they're training races, so you just take your time with them. Obviously, if you're playing with your pals or whatever, and your pals get dead far ahead of you, you can be like, meh. But if they're nice, they'll wait for you. People used to wait for 110 minutes for me to do some of my races. I've messed it up again. You know, when I was on Challenge for Lindsay, I did them quite simply. The only reason I'm messing this one up so much is because I decided that I was going to do it. So yeah, it's a nice clean build as well. It's well doubled up. I've messed it up. I gripped the top. He's a good creator. I'm looking through his races now. There's a lot of them I've never done. I have just literally bookmarked MTX Levelation 1 through to 36. I may have done them in the past on other streams, but I've never actually been on his profile and got them. These are all races that I've no, a bit squiffy on the steering. These are all races that I've pinched off other people from being on their playlists and stuff, single bookmarks. So when I was going through, I was like, why have I got that one and that one? Where'd they come from? So I just searched him on the Rockstar Studio, or Social Club should I call it. Too fast. So I searched him on the Rockstar Social Club by his creator name. Found out he's changed his name because it used to be MTX260. So I've found his new name out now. So I've located his wall, I've located his profile. In the end I just had to search for the race title, because when I searched for MTX260 it no longer brings it up. So I actually searched on Level SA the Blunt, and that gave me that race, and from that race I was able to click his profile and get into his profile and see all of his jobs. And I looked through and I was like, bloody hell, he's got a lot of jobs, but oh bugger. But there's a lot of races there. So obviously he's also part of Team Tabs, which is what Rapids is in, RSA Rapids. They do Team Tab creations, and I've done a couple of them in the past, and I'm just like, yeah, they're too much for me at my stage. I am going way too fast. We're already at the 10-minute mark, so, well, 10 minutes of video, 8 minutes of the race. If it gets to the 10-minute mark and I'm still in this checkpoint, I will grab the bike and show you how the bike works. But I have great confidence I can do this skinny flip. I've already done it once. I just fell off at the end because of my doylem. Look it. I just thought, if I show you everything, then you know what's coming, and you can decide yourself whether you do the bike or not. And it's nice that he's put it's the oppressor, isn't it? Oh right, I'm just gonna use the bike, otherwise I'm gonna be here all day. And this was gonna be a quick video, so we'll just grab the bike and do the checkpoint on the bike. So just imagine you've done the skinny flip, yoing yoing yoing. I know I can do the skinny flips, it's just time consuming. And then you come back and you get the checkpoint, yoing yoing yoing. And then you got to be careful because you're on the oppressor, so now you need the car. So you get the car now, you see. And then we're moving on up to the next level. Oh, what am I doing? maybe too many whiskies for this, I don't know. So try not to drive through the bike again. Literally, I have just failed to drive up a straight road to the next level, to the next checkpoint. There's not even an obstacle here. It's just a bit of mesh. So in here we've got one of the old turnarounds that everyone's getting used to now. Oh, my back wheel's caught. But yeah, it's only got half of the skinny, and you see a lot of people put these with 2 in, and I think it's great that he's put it on with just 1 in on the races. I think a lot of people could save themselves a prop. A lot of people put 2 in so that if you're not quite lined up, you can go round again and have another go. But I think now it's about time that they just put it to 1, you know, and you deal with it. You know, I could have saved myself there if I've had 2 ways of going round, but I think there's a time where you need to stop being nice to everyone, because the more people put easy safety measures in, the easier these races are becoming. You know, if the challenge is to get turned round, just give them 1 bit. Just, like I messed up there, and my wheels went up too far, but that should be it. That should be the mess up. If you don't do it the first time, you shouldn't be able to go round and loop round and round and round and round and round until you... That's just making life too easy. This is training you that if you go in the right spot, like that wasn't really the right spot, I just got lucky. But if you just go in the right spot, you'll get through. Simple checkpoint, that one. Simple pimple. Again, it's a canny long race, like. Right. Poles. Now, he set this so there's an easy route for the poles, but I would recommend trying your best to do the poles as you would in the thing, because it's absolutely pointless if you're on a training race to go, oh look, I can come down the bottom. I crashed it on purpose so I could do it properly, but you'll be surprised how many people you see doing this. Now, this is a training race, so it's designed to learn you the routes, so I would literally come up to where you would normally and then just work your way down and not drive into that pole like I just did. But yeah, it's absolutely pointless having the training there. I know he's giving you the easy out, I know he's done it, but oh, for God's sakes, man. Should I just wheelie? You could probably actually jump from this one back to the platform, I was going to say, but either way, I would try and do it normally. If you struggle too much, if you've had 4 or 5 goes and you think I'm just going to drive down the bottom, well, that's the time to do it. I've hit the middle pull. So like this time, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, I'm just going to drive down the bottom. But, you know, the plan is there to teach you to go up the pulls and teach you to go down the pulls. And this is, if you can't do it, this is your way out of it. You know, but don't cheat it straight away. It's, you know, it's training. It's you know, when you get too stressed and you really have to move on, then move on. But right, up to the next level now. It's going to be multiple wall flips, this one. Oh, I got caught on the top. So, quick double wall flip. Again, people really struggle with the tight wall flips, so you know the bike's there if you need it. But all you've got to remember with the wall flip is if you go at the right point high enough, you'll be fine. That's bollocks. I'm just trying to, I don't know, I'm trying to do it for you without messing it up so much, but I just seem to be messing every single checkpoint up on this race. But hey ho, it is what it is. And then it's chucked me over way too early. I need another whiskey in a minute. I'm going to pour myself another whiskey. I know it's coming up to midnight, but I've only had one. Our lass got me talking in the kitchen before, so I was nicking her vodkas. Oh, for God's sakes. Come on, Steve. When I'm doing this bad, it's making me go, should I just remove this video and just carry on? No. I say that all the time, you know, when I'm having a bad race. I was like, delete this one. You'll not see this, we'll edit that out, we'll cut that out. But the purpose of me doing these is so I don't cut anything out or edit anything out. Whoa, what? There's so many different things can happen when you go over a wall flip that you don't expect. Like to get stuck on it halfway over and fall down parallel to the wall. You don't think that's going to be a thing, but too low, what the flying? Come on, Steve, this is stupid, it's just awful. Anyone that's watched any of my other videos will be like, why is he messing up so much on these little bits? He's done loads of them. It fucking just gripped the top of the wall. Can I blame build quality? I don't think so. It's definitely down to me. 100% it's my issue here. But these training races are longer than normal because you're not actually like racing a point to a point. You're kind of adjusting yourself and finding the next point. So here's the thing, right? We've done it one time and I made it look like I should have done it the first time. And then we've got to go back and do it the other way. But you notice how the walls are flipped, and I mentioned in Cookie earlier how the walls should have been flipped, and that's because it's easier to grip. Look at that, I mean, why did I mess it up 15 times on the way to doing it? It's just, some things just annoy me. So this is a turnaround. I'm going to give it a whirl with a skid scandy, but no, I left it too late. It's such a long turnaround, I would probably not bother with a skid scandy. I would probably just drive down it and turn around at the bottom because the mesh is huge. If it was a half mesh, if it was a 45, I'd be like, yeah, I could skid scandy, but oh, for fuck's sake. Something so simple. And again, it's because the mesh is so long. It's like, it bends back on itself that much. It's ridiculous. But again, it's training, so if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. You just do it again. That's why you spawn back at this checkpoint. If I use the camera to look, and then I've done it again, can't save it. I'm turning too early. Because I'm turning where I would normally turn in a normal race, where it's not that long. Most people don't use mesh to this extent for a turnaround anymore. Just makes it really hard to see. Oh, that was a bit of a back-end kicker, wasn't it? But it's done now anyway. It's a checkpoint and then we're done. Can't mess up from here, can we? That's the one. Oh well, I didn't want the oppressor, but it's literally a thing to the last checkpoint anyway, so I didn't want to fly up, but we'll go and get the car back now, so, and then we'll fall off because it's stupid. Right, so we're getting a bit more complex up here now. We're going to go down a skinny and then onto a mesh flip. And I'm too slow in the air. I'm too slow in the air. So he's tried to complicate it a little bit on this top level. I think this is the last level, isn't it? I think. I'm not too sure. That's better. Bit of a wheelie, but it'll do. So then you've got to remember on the way back I'm going to do the mesh flip and then I've got to go across the skinny, so my lining up is going to be crucial. But yeah, it's not a bad training race. It does take a bit of time. Obviously the more you mess it up, the longer it takes. Like, what am I doing there? What am I doing there? Just auto respawning. Proper messed that up, didn't I? Proper messed that up. So this I would try and scandate if you can, but I'm not very good at scandating onto the spirals, so probably drive down and handbrake. That'll do. I can do a skid scandy, but I'm not very good at controlling where I'm going with my car, so it's very tight. So we'll just drive down and use the handbrake. It's nice and simple. Straight back up. You can skid scandy and reverse all the way down. When you get to a certain level, you get better at skid scandying and positioning. I'm not great. And this is the finish line, I believe. So that is the training at Debutant level 2. So thank you very much for watching and peace out, people. Whoosh.